It is me, Sean Green, here with English Literature on Bash Course. So, today we're going to be talking about probably the most famous play ever, probably one of the most famous books ever, Romeo and Juliet. But specifically what we're going to be talking about is, was them falling in love fate or free will? But first, before we get into that, I want to talk about a little bit of the background of the story. So there's this guy, his name's Romeo. You know, we all know Romeo and Juliet. He goes to a party. He was obsessed with this girl, but he was trying to get over her. So he went to this party and then, found this other girl. Her name was Juliet. He literally got obsessed with her then again. And then the next day they got married and yeah. But little did they know, parents hated each other, and the two families they fought a lot. They kind of killed each other. Not totally, but a big family, I guess you could say, family feud came out. Not the game, but a family feud broke out, and they kind of were fighting a lot, and, stuff happened. With them and their families hating each other, it became hard for them to see each other, and Juliet's father and mother didn't want her to see Romeo. So, Romeo had to leave. He had to go do stuff. He came back and saw Juliet sleeping, but he thought she was dead, like the pulse, she was pronounced dead and stuff. And he killed himself for her. Killed himself because he thought she was dead. He killed himself. She wakes up, looks at him, then kills herself, so they could both be together in heaven or whatever you believe in. That's what they did. It's the story, Romeo and Juliet. But the main question is this story fate or free will? Were they fated to fall in love, or was it free will that brought them together and made them both fall in love? I personally think that it was fate that brought them together. If Romeo didn't, wasn't on bad terms with this other girl, he wouldn't have went to the party. I believe that's fate. Okay, he was fated to go meet her at this party. I'm a very strong believer in true love. So if you're fated to be with someone, then it's fate that brings you two together. It's fate that makes you come together as a couple, or come together as two individuals wanting to love each other. It's fate that brought Romeo and Juliet together. It was fate that their families hated each other. It was fate that everything about this story is pretty much ironic. They fell in love, got married next day, and then killed themselves pretty much the next day. It's a very long relationship. Yeah. There's the book Romeo and Juliet. It's very detailed more story. If you guys want to read it all and stuff, I bet you have, especially if you're watching this, you probably have to do some project or something. But you can always refer to Bash Course, especially if you're in your English class. Come to Bash Course, and I'll tell you everything about all of the stories and stuff. So let's recap. What did we learn today? We learned about Romeo and Juliet. We learned about the background of the story, and we learned that their love was fated to happen. They were fated to fall in love. They were fated to fall in love, and they were fated to fall in love. You getting the message? It was fate that brought them together, not free will. This has been Sean Green on Bash Course. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you thought it was informal. And